from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
If we're going to be connected, then we need to be protected.
The battle with hackers continues. This time it's President Obama asking for quicker confessions from companies once they have been attacked. Thanks for joining us tonight. President Obama is proposing a bill that would give hacked companies 30 days to fess up to customers.
He says recent hackings have proved there are no uniform practices for alerting customers after an attack. Valley News Team's Nicole Johnson shows us what impact this bill could have.
Major companies get hacked. America's personal information, including financial information, gets stolen. And the problem is growing, and it costs us billions of dollars.
Target, Home Depot, Hornbachers. In some cases, it takes customers months to learn they've been hacked.
Hundreds and hundreds of customers affected.
Lane Hughesby, operations manager at Union State Bank, says the sooner you know about a breach, the sooner you can protect yourself.
Any store is as vulnerable as the next. These criminals have gotten very good.
As a customer, you're not liable for fraud charges as long as you notify your bank, which Hughesby says they're the ones picking up the tab.
Tens of thousands of dollars just in the last year replacing cards.
If Obama's new standard passes, Hughesby says it could benefit consumers and it could help banks.
Being able to recognize those fraudulent charges quicker and put a stop to them.
But he says it could be tough on those businesses victimized by hackers.
In some cases, it could be difficult to notify them in that short of a time frame.
Which is why a similar bill failed last year. Committee members who reviewed it say 30 days is not feasible and in some cases could impede on criminal investigations. It's still unclear if Congress will take up Obama's proposal, but either way, hackers are a major concern to Americans.
In one survey, 9 out of 10 Americans say they feel like they've lost control of their personal information.
Adding last year, half of American adults had their personal information exposed. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
And the president says the bill also aims to close loopholes in the law, which would allow the government to go after more criminals who steal and sell identities, even those overseas. New information tonight on a search for a man wanted in the armed robbery of a Casey's General Store. An arrest was made in Moorhead just outside of business today. The man arrested, David McAfee, has been a fugitive since a felony warrant was issued for his arrest in early December. The robbery took place in mid-October at the South University Casey's in Fargo.
If you need help uncovering fraud or corruption in your community, call our whistleblower hotline at 701-237-6576. A member of our investigative team will go to work to expose the truth. Well, you almost needed rain boots today as puddles and slushy snow filled the streets. Some took advantage of the warm weather and maybe got a car wash, but Robert's joining us now. So, Robert, what's going to happen to our temps tonight, though?
Temps will continue to fall across the area, so if you did see that water, that slush earlier tonight, as temperatures continue to drop now in most areas at or below freezing, we'll see that refreezing, particularly on the neighborhood streets as well as on the sidewalks and some parking lots as well. You'll see some slick conditions as we see those temperatures fall on off. It remained cold for much of the day up in northern Minnesota. It's still 8 in Badette, 12 in Roseau, 21 in Thief River Falls. We're right at the freezing point here in Fargo, 32 degrees. And we do have a touch of snow in the Northern Valley. We'll get a closer look at that from just east of the Pembina area, over towards Hallock, east of Grafton, around Thief River Falls, just north of the Crookston area, Foston, Bemidji, Park Rapids. Seeing some light snow, not a lot, but enough to create some slick spots into that area. Could see a few flurries even as far south as Fargo here in the next few hours. And as we head through the next few hours, we'll see temperatures continuing to drop on off. Not a whole lot of snow here, maybe a few flakes from time to time. But again, any of that water and slush you saw earlier today will be quickly refreezing as we head through the next several hours.
It's nice to see those higher temperatures, but be careful of the ice.
Exactly.
Thanks, Robert.
Couple of bad decisions on the part of a driver in downtown Fargo. First off, authorities say the man was driving under the influence. Then police were called after he ditched his vehicle on the railroad tracks just off of Broadway around noon. Emergency crews did contact BNSF to make sure that no trains were in the area. The SUV got towed and the police tracked down the man a short time later. Simon Dang of Fargo was arrested for DUI.
A heart-stopping moment for a driver when his car accidentally slid onto ice and then stopped just short of open water. Fargo police and fire teams helped rescue the car this morning. It happened in downtown Fargo. Police say the car initially hit a tree on 2nd Street and careened down the hill and out onto the Red River. The driver was not injured, but called for help when he realized that he was stuck and could not get his car off the ice. There's also a temporary lane closure today on I-94 west of Fargo. Traffic will be reduced to 1 lane in the east and westbound lanes, about 1 mile west of the Mapleton interchange. The overhead power line work is expected to take 1 day.
Growth was a big topic during today's annual State of the Cities event, a chance for the mayors to talk about community happenings. For West Fargo, there's a need for a new way of getting water treated. The state has told the city it must look at a water treatment plant. Mayor Rich Mattern says his city can't plan to use Fargo's water treatment plant.
Fargo has limited space where they can expand their water treatment plant, Joel. So we have space out there, and Fargo wants water from the Cheyenne. So we think that there's a good possibility that we build a water plant and Fargo partners with us.
Mattern also says the hope is that smaller towns around West Fargo could consider partnering into the water treatment plant.
For Fargo, there are needs relating to a growing police force as well, including a 3rd substation in South Fargo. That substation will be near the CVS pharmacy on 13th Avenue South, and people will be able to get there to file reports. Police Chief Dave Todd says the main police station downtown is busting at the seams right now. Todd says the city has a few options: build a joint law enforcement center with Cass County, build a new station in a central location, or keep the current station and build another one in Southwest Fargo.
If you take a department and divide it into 2 and have 2 different locations for that department, that makes communication even more challenging. I would be probably a little more in favor of having one more centrally located facility.
Chief Todd explained that a more central location would be near that 13th Avenue South area. Coming up tonight at 10 o'clock, hear how busy police are these days and the pressure that places on officers.
We've been telling you about them. The new FEMA flood maps take effect at midnight tonight. Now, according to the city of Fargo, Congress requires FEMA to remap floodplains where growth has taken place.
The expanded floodplain will require homeowners in the hazard areas to buy flood insurance. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric talked with insurance agents to see what this means for those thousands who are affected.
The new and more expansive floodplain map will be used to determine who has to pay for insurance. From there, the amount you will pay can vary.
If your home is in the flood zone or your property line, it's kind of depending on the mortgage company on whether or not they're going to force it into play.
It means that your mortgage company may now require you to have flood insurance. Even if you don't live in the new flood zone, you could still take a hit to the wallet.
We are getting phone calls from customers saying, my mortgage company is making me get it, and you look at the map and they're not even in the flood zone. It's just right outside of their property line.
Right now, there's confusion, with insurance companies, homeowners, and banks not knowing how these new maps will really play out. Here's how it's expected to work. Homeowners shell out $400 a year now and get that rate locked in for the next 2 years.
And then after those 2 years is up, it'll start increasing around 18 to 30% each year until you reach that new premium amount.
The premium amount? $4,000, and you will have to pay that up front each year. The best advice? Call your insurance agent now to find out what you can do and how these maps will affect your bottom line. In Fargo, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
And insurance agents expect many people to get quite a shock in the next 30 days or so as new rates and bills start showing up in mailboxes. Again, the best advice, just talk to your insurance agent.
The Internal Revenue Service warns of delays of some tax returns this year. If you file a paper federal tax return, be prepared to wait a little longer for your return. The Internal Revenue Service says budget cuts at the agency means fewer people available to process paper claims. It warns of delays of at least 1 week. The IRS says budget cuts also means fewer people will be available to take taxpayer questions over the telephone.
The single largest scholarship contribution in school history was unveiled today. The generous donation made by Doosan and Bobcat Company to North Dakota State University, further funding STEM education in North Dakota. Doosan and Bobcat gave $3 million, and the state matched another $1.5 million.
the very gracious gift from Doosan Bobcat literally will result in a level of endowed student scholarships never before experienced at North Dakota State University, and as such, quite possibly is the biggest scholarship gift in the history of our state, but certainly in the history of North Dakota State University.
That $4.5 million will provide scholarships for students focused on science, technology, engineering, and math.
That's awful nice.
It is very nice.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, keep your weekend plans open. There's some events around the valley that you won't want to miss.
We've got a touch of snow moving through portions of the northern valley. May see a few flurries and freezing drizzle tomorrow. More sloppy weather for your Saturday. All your forecast details coming up right after this.